Episode 4. After the accidental wedding chaos, Fan Jiao was in full-blown panic mode. He'd unknowingly married not just the wrong person, but drumroll his master's wife. Mortified, he frantically tried to explain the mix-up to Bai Juicy, who honestly looked like he wanted to vanish into thin air. Meanwhile, Kang too, who had his own explaining to do, gently tried to smooth things over with Li Qingyue. He even gave her a quick crash course on 9 Heavens 101, leaving her with more questions than answers. When Kang left, Li Qingyue finally found herself alone. Parched, she searched the palace high and low for a cup, a teacup, anything. While digging through an old cabinet, she didn't find a cup but a child. Well, not quite a normal one. This strange boy insisted on telling her a story. Li Qingyue, too polite to refuse, sat down to listen only to realize with horror that the story was about her. The more the boy spoke, the more frightened she became. And just when she was about to run, he whispered he wanted to eat her brain. Lovely, thankfully. Just in time, Ningyan burst in and smacked the boy away with a gust of heavenly power. She calmly explained that the child was Yingtongzi, a freaky little creature that feeds on people's thoughts and stories, specifically brains. If Li Qingyue ever met him again, the trick was simple: cover your ears and don't listen. Easier said than done. Of course, died after the whole bride mix-up fiasco. Bai Juicy decided not to send Li Qingyue back to her original quarters. He let her stay with him instead and even invited Ningyan to keep her company, probably as babysitter, bodyguard, therapy provider rolled into one. The next day, as Li Qingyue prettied herself up to go see Bai Juicy, Ningyan was baffled. To her, makeup was like painting one's face before battle. Meanwhile, outside Bai Juicy's residence, two immortal guards, General Gatekeeper and Marshal Doorpost, were locked in an epic argument over who should announce her arrival. Their petty squabble escalated into a dramatic duel, leaving Li Qingyue standing there awkwardly for an entire day. Next day, same thing, still fighting. Clearly, these two were not unionized, convinced that Bai Juicy was mad at her for casually marrying someone else. Li Qingyue tried to make it up to him in the only way she could think of, becoming a walking scandal. She read all the risque stories from mortal romance books, mimicking the flirtatious heroines. The rumors spread through the heavenly realm like wildfire, and eventually, Bai Juicy heard every word. Meanwhile, Li Qingyue and Yingtongzi somehow started to bond. Turns out, if you don't mind being told creepy bedtime stories, he's not so bad, especially if you feed him fruit, lots of it. Just when she was buried in another steamy storybook, Bai Juicy stormed in and confiscated all her books like a strict dorm warden. Unfortunately for him, she'd already memorized everything. Later that night, she sneaked into his room, classic storybook move, hoping to charm him. It didn't go as planned, so instead, she tried a new angle, asking to learn magic. Bai Juicy hesitated at first, but when she tearfully said she wanted to spend more time with him since mortals age and die, unlike him, his heart melted. He agreed to teach her. During their lessons, Bai Juicy was shocked to discover Li Qingyue could control Lehuo, the flame of separation, one of the rarest spiritual powers in existence. Of course, magic doesn't solve hunger. After eating nothing but heavenly fruit for days, Li Qingyue was done. Ningyan suggested asking Bai Juicy for a kitchen. Sounded easy, right? Wrong. He refused. So Li Qingyue challenged him to a game of chess. If she won, he'd build the kitchen. But mid-game, a commotion interrupted them. Fan Linger had returned. When Li Qingyue heard there was a girl asking for Bai Juicy, her jealousy blazed. She rushed over with a tray of tea, hoping to accidentally spy on the girl. The moment Fan Linger saw Li Qingyue, her eyes narrowed like daggers. But before she could explode, her father Fan Jiao dragged her back. Later, in their own shop, Fan Linger raged. How dare her father hide Bai Juicy's marriage? But then she remembered Li Qingyue's face, gentle, pure, almost glowing. She could finally understand why Bai Juicy had chosen a mortal. It didn't mean she accepted it though. That night, consumed by jealousy, Fan Linger summoned a shadow spirit and whispered a chilling command. Go kill Li Qingyue.